Long before the era of Prophet Musa, the lush lands of Ash-Sham were home to a remarkable messenger of God named Prophet Ayyub. Allah had showered him with an abundance of blessings. He was a man of immense wealth, owning vast estates, fertile farmlands, and thousands of livestock. He was blessed with a beautiful, sprawling family and held a position of high honor and deep respect among his people. Yet, prosperity did not corrupt his heart. Ayyub remained profoundly humble. He transformed his wealth into a river of charity, constantly feeding the hungry, clothing the poor, and taking care of the vulnerable. His days and nights were a masterclass in gratitude, his tongue always moving with the remembrance of his Creator. But true faith is not just tested in seasons of ease, it is proven in seasons of hardship. Allah, in His perfect wisdom, decreed that Ayyub would face a trial so intense that his name would become a universal symbol of patience until the end of time. The shift in his life was sudden and catastrophic. First, his vast wealth completely vanished. Unforeseen disasters struck his lands, and a swift disease wiped out his livestock. In a matter of days, the wealthy benefactor who had sustained an entire community was left with absolutely nothing. Yet Ayyub did not falter. He did not cry out in anger or ask, "Why me?" Instead, he prostrated to the earth, recognizing that everything he once owned belonged to Allah anyway, and the lender had simply chosen to reclaim his loan. Then an even more agonizing trial struck. The home of his children collapsed, and one by one, his beloved sons and daughters passed away. The painful silence that followed would have broken the strongest of human spirits. The grief of a parent losing their entire family is unimaginable, but Ayyub's faith remained an immovable mountain. Finally, the trial touched his physical body. Ayyub was struck with a severe, deeply exhausting illness that drained him of all his strength, a state that would last for many years. Authentic Islamic scholarship clarifies a common misconception here. His illness was not visually grotesque, repulsive, or filled with worms, as popular myths suggest. Allah always protects the dignity of His prophets from anything that would cause people to turn away from them in disgust. However, it was incredibly painful and debilitating. As the years wore on, his status faded, his fair-weather friends disappeared, and the community slowly isolated him. Through the long, cold years of isolation, only one person remained by his side, his loyal, righteous wife. She became his hands when he was weak, and his feet when he could not walk. When their savings completely ran out, she humbled herself to work as a servant in people's homes just to bring back a single loaf of bread for her husband. Yet, within the walls of their quiet home, there were no complaints against the decree of God, only the soft, rhythmic sound of Ayyub praising his Lord. After nearly 2 decades of enduring this hardship, with beautiful, radiant patience, Ayyub finally turned to his Lord in prayer. Recorded for eternity in Surah Al-Anbiya of the Qur'an, his supplication is a profound lesson in spiritual etiquette. He did not demand relief, nor did he complain about his immense losses. He simply laid his vulnerability before the All-Knowing, saying, "Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." He didn't even explicitly ask to be healed. He merely praised Allah's mercy, trusting completely that his Lord knew his pain. The response from the heavens was immediate. In Surah Sad, Allah reveals the command given to His broken servant. "Strike the ground with your foot. This is a cool spring for washing and drinking." Ayyub obeyed and struck the earth. Instantly, a pristine, miraculous spring gushed forth from the dry ground. He washed his body in its pure waters, and every internal and external ailment that had plagued him for years vanished in an instant. He drank from the spring, and his youthful strength, vitality, and glowing health completely returned. An authentic narration in Sahih al-Bukhari adds a beautiful detail to this moment. As Ayyub stood by the spring, Allah caused a cloud of golden locusts to rain down upon him. Ayyub began gathering them eagerly into his cloak. Allah called out to him, asking, "O Ayyub, did I not enrich you above what you see?" Ayyub replied with beautiful humility, "Yes, my Lord, but I can never have enough of your blessings." Allah's generosity did not stop at restoring his health. The Qur'an beautifully notes that Allah returned his family to him and doubled them in number, granting him new children, immense wealth, and an honored legacy. Allah sealed his story with the ultimate divine praise. "Indeed, we found him patient. What an excellent servant. Indeed, he was one who constantly turned back to Allah." Prophet Ayyub's story is a timeless mirror for anyone experiencing their own dark night of the soul. It teaches us that when Allah takes something away, He is not depriving us. He is preparing us for a greater elevation. Hardships are temporary, but the reward for trusting Allah through them is eternal. Whenever life feels heavy, we remember Ayyub, the man who lost the world but never lost his faith, and in the end gained everything back, beautifully multiplied.